What's up? What's up, my AW lights? I hope you're having a good Sunday. A really, really good Sunday. I hope you're all doing good this Sunday, brother. Brother! Oh, yeah, that's Hogan talk for you guys. I hope you're all doing good this Sunday. Tonight on the AW stream, the Aaron Warrior stream, my channel. Make sure to like, subscribe. Fuck Ricochet. Fuck Ricochet. Welcome. Yeah, so make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below, do all that. Tonight, we're going to go over Grace Randolph again. Yes, Grace. We all love Grace Randolph. We all love Grace Randolph. Who doesn't love Grace Randolph? Aaron Elite Wrestling. Yeah, that's right. So, it's better, isn't it? Who doesn't like it? I read my first signing, my major signing to Aaron Elite Wrestling. All right. Yeah, so tonight we're going over Grace. Hope you're having a good Sunday. We're gonna go over her box office movie map video that she posted today. That's what we're gonna talk about tonight. Okay, tonight, Grace Randolph, heavy on Grace. Once again, like the past stream I did a couple days ago on Grace. Yeah, that's good, Red. I like that. I like that. I like the man. I like. Do you see the? You saw? Did you see the AI stuff? Do you see how John Ong's AI? Ugh. Have you seen that? She did one to Tony. Yeah, did you see that? All right, man. Let's get into this, okay? Let's get into this. This poll's great. Yeah, it does. The thing is, it's funny, but it could be better. I agree with you. 100%. I agree with you, man. Because it's really cool. It's a really cool AI. It's just that it needs to be worked on better. It needs to be improved. Maybe it's because it's the free version and not the pay version, right? I didn't pay for it, so maybe if I paid for it, it'd be better. But I'm not paying for that though. All right, man. Let's bring up Grace. Let's bring her up. All right, this is Grace Randolph. This is the title. Oh, it's right up there. I'm gonna read it for you. 2024 box office. Twisters opening weekend. The Acolyte viewership huge drop. Yeah. All right. So yeah. All right. So I haven't watched this video. I just had to get a good thumbnail. So let's take a look at this. Feel free to comment. Always feel free to comment, please. All right, so let's get into this. 23 minutes long, but obviously it's going to be longer because I'm going to pause it like our good buddy Tony every 5 seconds. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to pause every 5 seconds. But let's get into it.
Hello!
Hello! Hello! Hello! You know what? I got to clip that out, the hello part. I should have used an intro. What do you think, guys? Yeah, maybe I should use it as an intro. All right.
And welcome to this week's Movie Math,
Movie
where,
math.
oh boy,
Yeah.
did Universal conjure up a beautiful
No,
storm
watch with me, buddy.
of
Watch.
money.
I need your viewership.
Universal always comes out of nowhere. Fantastic. Again, we're always
Universal.
focused on Disney and Warner Brothers, but Universal, whew, it's still an estimate, but Universal is saying, and no one's contesting it, the sequel opened with $80.5 million. Going in, the projections were conservative at about $50 million. Then it just kept going.
8.5 million. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. It's good. That's really, really good. Why can't you play and listen, man? Same time, man. I do that. I play video games to listen. Because you're my only viewer right now.
Going up as it overperformed all weekend long. We love to see it. With the industry making comparisons to Oppenheimer, which opened last July with about the same. Trying to recreate that Barbenheimer magic. We'll see, maybe with Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, ain't gonna happen. Deadpool, Wolverine, and Barbie and Oppenheimer. They tried together. They made their movies. They decided to kind of have fun with it. They're not doing that here, man. No, they're not having fun with it. They're not doing it here. It's not. I don't think it's gonna be the case. I don't think you're gonna have an Oppenheimer situation with Twisters though.
However, I would say Twisters is more in the vein of Top Gun Maverick. Sure, that opened bigger, but I think the formula is the same. It's similar to some of the shows that we've...
I don't even think it's going to be Top Gun Maverick, man. Nope. I don't even think it's going to reach those levels. I don't even think it's going to reach Top Gun Maverick levels either, so I don't know what you're talking about. All right, let's continue on, guys. Let's continue on.
Been seeing blow up, particularly on Prime Video. So, like Top Gun Maverick, Twisters is pure Americana, celebrating the American heartland with no politics anywhere to be seen.
She just had to say that. No politics anywhere to be seen. She just had to say that. Huh? Just had to say that. She just had to say that. With no politics. God.
Environmentalism? Get that crap out of here. Both movies skewed more Caucasian than usual. Most audiences in North America for films are in the 40% range when it comes to the white demographic. Although we've been seeing some movies lately where the Hispanic and Latino...
Why? What? You just made it political. You just made it political. Thank you. Thank you, Grace. Good job making it political. Let's have the demographics. Oh, okay. 60%. Oh my gosh, she compares Twisters to Top Gun. You kidding me? Okay, you're kidding me, right? You're kidding me. Oh my god. You can't do that.
Latino audience dominates. And also occasionally we also see some movies where the black audience dominates.
Yeah, if it's catered more to them, the certain demographic. Okay, let's continue on.
But Twisters, while it did have more appeal with Hispanic and Latino audiences, thank you, Anthony Ramos. Although, I'd be curious also as the demographics of the country change. We're discussing immigration. We're going to discuss a little bit more with the director of this movie. But also, I think the demographics of many states are changing, with more and more people identifying with this American heartland. And I think that's fascinating.
Sure?
So that might be a factor as to why that audience grew. But it did skew very Caucasian. And instead of having its best theaters be in New York, Los Angeles, or Atlanta, which is usually the case for most movies, Twisters did best in Oklahoma and in many other Middle America locations, just as Top Gun Maverick did. Robust business there. And it's unusual.
That's why it's doing best with Caucasian. Because of the states you just mentioned. And that's why it's doing 10% black. In the heartland of America, that's why it's 51% Caucasian. There's your answer, Grace. That's why it's doing better in those places. Thank you. All right, let's continue on.
Usual to get the Middle America states out to the multiplex. So perhaps Glenn Powell's he wished on a Hollywood star to be the next Tom Cruise, and maybe it will come true. But he's also demonstrating, in my opinion, similar appeal to Chris Pratt. I said he was...
Man, stop at this. Stop at this. Next Tom Cruise, next whatever. Stop at this, please.
A little like Kevin Costner, but this box office is reminding me of Chris Pratt, who, in the right role, is also a box office heavyweight. Universal must be really smart.
Oh my God. Why Chris Pratt?
That Powell turned down their Jurassic franchise because, again, he's very much like Chris Pratt. I think he would have fit in there beautifully. But at least they've got him for this one. Powell's next potential blockbuster is a remake of The Running Man with Edgar Wright directing. Wright can sometimes be a bit too quirky for his own good. It got him kicked off of Ant-Man. He can do okay, but, he's never done anything like this, although neither is Lee Isaac Chung. But I think that, Wright sometimes is not commercial enough, I guess you could say. But maybe...
Did you know that if you shave, 1/3 of what you remove is skin? Dove Advanced Care help replenish your skin's moisture barrier after every shave for soft, resilient underarms. Try the #1 brand recommended by dermatologists.
Oh, this door. This one's 5 seconds.
Powell is the right actor to counter that. However, Powell's a little quirky himself, so you also have to be a little bit worried.
That's why it's called acting, Grace.
That they might encourage each other to play up their anti-commercial tendencies. It's like, hey guys, don't have too much fun filming this movie. You have to deliver a very good business film. Although, when you hear Powell talk, he really does have... he has a good grasp of the business of Hollywood. He wears it a little bit on his sleeve, a bit too much for talent, but that's a quality that Tom.
They all say that. They all say they're the best. They have the grasp of Hollywood. and you could tell, and you could hear like, huh? Okay, let's continue.
Cruise has, and also interestingly, Will Smith, both associated with a certain group, interestingly enough. But anyway, all right, so we'll see what happens. But unlike Sydney Sweeney, Pal has now been able to follow up Anyone But You with not only another genuine hit, but an even bigger hit.
That's true.
Now, he's a little overcommitted right now. He's signed on for so many projects already. But don't be surprised if he picks up one more major one because of this. Superfans, eagle-eyed superfans, have noticed that he's now
Okay. I mentioned this talking to friends. Did not mention it on my stream last night because it wasn't important. But I did mention this to my friends, and we talked about it a little bit. Yes, there's people running with the idea that Glenn Powell has followed Andy Muschietti, who is directing Batman Brave and the Bold for James Gunn's DCU, and he does follow David Corenswet. David Corenswet, I mean, he's in this movie, The Twisters, and he's following others people, right? Let me Rachel Golshan and James Gunn. But that's very common. He follows a lot of people. So people are insinuating that, yeah, he's going to be the next. People think he's going to be Batman. The DCU's Batman. Now, this is nothing new. People stalk and see who celebrities are following to try to connect the dots. Oh my God! Look what he's following. This means he's going to be joining that universe. He's going to be this hero, this character, and whatever. They try to assume that Glenn Powell is going maybe he will be the next Batman. They're trying to assume that by him following Andy Muschietti and all that, and James Gunn specifically. Okay. Now, I mean, you could assume all you want. I don't know. Maybe we'll join the DCU. I don't know. And I'll be right back. So yes, I did see this yesterday or Friday. I think it was yesterday. And okay, there, I fixed that, man. Right. I did see this. But I don't know. I don't have sources. I'm not an industry insider. I just could assume like others, but I'm not going to assume, as I've been wrong before. I've been right, but sometimes I just guess if I'm right on things. Okay. So, okay, yes. So but it's up to you. It's really up to you. It's really, really up to you guys to decide. I gotta see something. Before we continue, I just gotta do something on my YouTube channel. Right, very briefly. Let's see, can I put this on Threads? Ah, yes, I can. All right, I'll be right back. There we go. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Oh, can I also put this on TikTok? TikTok. I don't think I can. But cause like nope, you can't. All right, let's get back to this, guys. Let's get back to it. All right, so I'm back. Let's continue on. Let's see what she has to say about this.
The new DC leadership, including Andy Muschietti. But
Muschietti.
I think he's too young for.
Not Muschietti. 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 Say it properly next time. Muschietti.
Batman. How could he and Robert Pattinson be Batman at the same time without it being absolutely ridiculous? Although this is DC. Also, James Gunn said the new Batman, his new Batman movie for his universe, would feature Damian Wayne, and Glenn Powell is, I think, too young for that storyline. But then again, I would think they would want a Batman to match their Superman. What a mess. I can't believe they're letting Matt Reeves do this to them and mess them up. I love Matt Reeves too. I'm excited about the Batman too. But this is a mess. All right, so anyway, I would think they would want a Batman to match their Superman. What a mess. I can't believe they're letting Matt Reeves do this to them and mess them up. I love Matt Reeves too. I'm excited about the Batman.
What are you talking about? Matt Reeves has nothing to do with that. What are you talking about? Oh my God. What is she freaking talking about? Ugh. Grace, please do some more research. Take notes, do some research. Okay? Do some research. All right, let's continue.
Batman too. But this is a mess.
This is a mess.
All right, so anyway, I think obviously Glenn Powell would be an incredible Booster Gold. However, at this point, with Booster Gold being a series, is it now beneath Powell? Because now he's a movie star. If I were Glenn Powell's agent.
Once again. I hate this now. Grace, these people. Movie stars are willing to do series now. Okay? For goodness sake, man. Harrison Ford is doing a TV series on Apple. Movie stars are willing to do streaming services, shows. Like seriously, it's not beneath them anymore. A-list celebrities are willing to do TV shows. It's not even on movie stars. They're willing to do shows. They're willing to do shows now, man, for streaming services and stuff like that. It's not really beneath them anymore. It hasn't been like that for a while. It hasn't been like that for some time, though. Man, why? Come on in, guys. Thank you for the likes. But look, Apple, right? I'm gonna use Apple as an example. I said Harrison Ford's on a show with Jason Segel. Okay, Harrison Ford right there. Thunderbolts movie, right? And Captain America. Harrison Ford. Brie Larson did a show for Apple Paramount, right? Brie Larson, Marvels. Hey Anthony. So like you got like what else? Anthony Mackie, Captain America, right? He's doing Twisted Metal. Walter Goggins is doing, I don't know if we consider him a major movie star, but Walter Goggins is doing Fallout. Pedro Pascal, major star. He's doing The Last of Us. Last of Us. I'm just proving that her saying that these actors are maybe too big to be in TV shows is not true anymore. I'm debunking that narrative. I'm debunking that statement. That's not just her. I hear other people say it. I'm sorry, but like I gave three or four people, very well-known movie stars, getting very, Pedro Pascal being a bunch of projects, right? I give you a bunch of big-time stars right now who are doing streaming shows, or whatever, right? Willing to do that. I'm just debunking it, and there's a lot more. There's a lot more to prove that, to prove her wrong too. It's bullshit. I don't know. Has she been watching the streaming shows? Because she does reviews. She does reviews, right, of TV and movies. So she should know this. She shouldn't say stuff like that because she watches this stuff. I mean, I feel more like a legit movie review, TV and movie reviewer, pundit, whatever you want to call her, because I just debunk all that shit. It's fucking stupid. That's stupid. Man, that's really, really dumb. Really, really dumb on her part. Like, if the money is right, the story is good, all that, they're willing to do it. I'm just why does she have this fucking narrative? Oh, thank you for the like on my other video, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, one of my past streaming based on Grace Randolph is doing very well, actually. Still going up, 830 views. It's pretty good. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you're checking out first time and you're checking out this for the first time. Subscribe if you want. All right. Very busy week, man. I just don't do Grace stuff or John Campia stuff. I do other stuff. I do multi-pop culture stuff. So don't worry, guys. There'll be other stuff that's not just based on Grace or Campia or other people in the movie sphere. Okay. Sorry. All right. Let's get on with this, guys. Let's get on with this. Oh, by the way, I was joking about that. The Avengers title. It's not true, though.
And manager, no matter how good he might be in the role, I wouldn't send him to a series. And I'd keep him the heck away from DC. Sorry, we all know it's true. So far, DC has cursed everybody who's become involved with it. So I'd be like, you don't need a pal. Go make your Running Man movie and maybe...
Cursed. Oh, shut up, Grace. Just shut up.
Reconsider Jurassic. That train's already left the station, or that Jeep. But I think that's the direction where the pal should head in, because he's not even really the star of Twisters. So he still has. He still is not really. He hasn't. I'm trying not to make a certain reference, but he hasn't gotten his big franchise yet. He hasn't done that. All right, so now, of course, the next big question is, what does the long run look like for Twisters? Heck, what's the second week can look like.
And you think Booster Gold will not be that franchise? Batman would be though, if he is that cast as Batman Bruce Wayne. That would be the franchise. No. All right, man. All right. Let's continue.
With Deadpool and Wolverine hitting theaters. Unlike Barbie and Oppenheimer, where the two movies split premium screens, and thanks to the Barbenheimer craze, were meant to coexist, Deadpool and Wolverine is taking up not only all the premium screens, but most of the screens.
Yeah, this is not a
period.
competition. They're not.
This
is not them being friendly with each other. Yeah, this is not a Barbenheimer stuff. Nobody's going. What we could, I don't know. I can't come up with something. Deadpool, Wolverine, Twisters. Nobody's doing it. Nobody's moving a marketing campaign for these two movies to combine. Right? No, this is different. This is Deadpool doesn't need to do that. It's not doing that. Disney's not doing that. This is it's like that was all fun a year ago, but why? But yeah, there's no point right now.
Little will be left for. I mean, the rest of the movies, forget it. Any screens that are left will probably go to Twisters. Although Deadpool and Wolverine might be a little nervous about Twisters. I have some friends in the industry who speculated, because we were talking about that.
Okay. I don't think Deadpool and Wolverine are nervous about Twisters, but let's see what she says about her so-called friends in the industry. Her so-called friends in the industry. We know what she doesn't have.
That final trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine, and it's like, why would you? Even they were like, and they're not big comic book fans, so they're like, why all the spoilers at the last minute, a week before release? And perhaps Disney Marvel just wanted to remind you that Deadpool and Wolverine existed, as Universal's tornado hit the scene. Twisters has excellent audience scores, though, and under normal circumstances, pre-COVID, and with no juggernaut like Deadpool and Wolverine coming into the picture, it would dominate in theaters for months. It should, but we'll see how much damage.
But there's been would have dominated if would have dominated last year, in the same time frame. I don't know. Would it have dominated the same time frame if Oppenheimer and Barbie came out? Would have dominated 2022. You got Thor did very well. Jurassic Park, Top Gun. Would it have dominated then? You can't really say that, Grace. You can't really say that. The only year you might say that possibly is 2021. Maybe. That's it. But you can't say that for last year and the year before.
Deadpool and Wolverine actually does. Maybe they can coexist like Barbenheimer. I mean, if you get sold out.
Mr. Christie felt fruit creams were perfect for birthdays. The hole on the top, that's for the candle.
Instead of subtracting from your paycheck, how about adding to it? Move your pay and get $250.
Out of Deadpool and Wolverine, what are you going to do? Are you going to go home? Are you still waiting to buy your tickets? Are you really doing walk-up tickets for Deadpool and Wolverine? And then also, maybe you're suffering from superhero fatigue. So, there might be some audience left for Twisters. But
that's true. There could be superhero fatigue. But I don't think it's affecting the movie, though.
Just like in the movie also, we've got twins! Twins! That's the guy from Nope, by the way. I love him.
Oh, twins! I don't care about twins. Great, twins. Twins! Why are you getting so freaking excited about twins? I feel like she always was. She wants a twin. Does she have a twin brother or something? Or a twin sister? Is Grace right off of twin sister? That would be scary. Can you imagine? Whoa.
I hope his career continues.
Oh, wow.
And he gets more attention, Brandon Perea. But one of these babies might die out, as there isn't enough box office atmosphere to sustain it. But no matter what, everyone here will still benefit. Universal once again proved, as I said, that they are a force to be reckoned with. Spielberg's still got it. Powell, of course. Daisy Edgar Jones and Anthony Ramos should also pick up more work. And this couldn't have come at a better time for Ramos, as Paramount is shaping up the G.I. Joe Transformers.
Ramos has got a lot of work over the years, man. Relax. Remember, he's in Transformers. He's in Marvel. He is playing the Hood in Ironheart. He's in this movie. He will be in the Transformers sequel. And I don't know why you have Chris Hemsworth. Oh yeah, Chris Hemsworth. Yeah.
Transformers crossover, and Chris Hemsworth, it seems, is entering that film. So Ramos, wants to make sure he gets a lot of screen time. And whereas before they might have been like, put more Chris Hemsworth in. They might be like, whoa, audiences love Ramos too. Give him a lot of screen time. So
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like in that movie it's gonna be overshadowed. I don't know if Ramos is that guy. He'd be like some of the people that the Hollywood likes. But I don't know if he's going to be the guy, somebody that like the fans will really, really gravitate towards too. I don't know. He's getting steady work, but is he that guy? Is he?
So it's as that picture comes together, this is just perfect timing for Ramos. It's also nice for Twister's supporting cast. A lot of.
And I'm telling you, let me see what Daisy Edgar Jones looks like. There's our Laura Croft. Daisy. There's our Laura Croft. Daisy Edgar Jones is going to be our Laura Croft. I'm calling it now. She's going to be our Laura Croft. Hot take. You're here, folks. Right? That's my hot take. Come on in, guys. Oh, yeah. Degrassi, where are you, buddy? I need you here. Where are you? I want you in the chat. I'm continuing this.
Up and coming talent here, including the new Superman, and it's very nice of them to have this big hit on their resumes, proving for sure that they are indeed up and coming talent. And of course, what a leap for Minari director Lee Isaac Chung, who cut his blockbuster teeth on episodes for Disney Plus with The Mandalorian, one episode, and also The Skeleton Crew, if it ever sees the light of day. But he directed one of those as well.
Relax, that's a release month. Oh.
It's also worth noting, as we continue to discuss immigration in this country, and once again the conversation heats up, that Chung's parents immigrated from South Korea to Colorado, where he was born, and he grew up in Arkansas. Minari is actually partially based on his own life experiences. And here he is directing a red, white, and blue bona fide blockbuster and getting it right, delighting audiences in the blue and the red.
She just made it political. She really made it political. She really made it political, man. Oh my God. Were you a chud? You really had to make it political. Great, good for him. But like, seriously, is this important? Important? Oh, letting both people both in the blue and red states. Look how many blue states there are. Hey, if he made a movie that was only catered to the blue states, this movie would make no money. Cause look at this. Look at the red states. You got Texas, Florida. Yeah, you got Cali and New York, but look, Texas is big. Florida is huge. Come on, man. Seriously. Seriously. Why did you have to put that in there? Who cares? Fine.
States. That's really fantastic. And I think something to remember.
No one's going to care.
For the year to date, this puts Twisters as the third biggest opening of the year.
Third biggest opening. Yep. She's right. It is the third biggest opening of the year. Obviously, Inside Out. The Inside Out might make the most money this year. I think it might beat out Deadpool. I don't think Deadpool will catch it, but yeah. And Dune did very well. Twisters is third. Godzilla vs. Kong, Despicable. Yeah. Right, it's the third. Deadpool is definitely going to beat Dune. Maybe it'll beat Inside Out. I think it will be. I think it has a chance to beat Inside Out, but it will definitely beat out Dune Part 2. That's literally going to be happening though. Has a chance to knock out Inside Out, but it's a guarantee it's going to beat Dune.
Pretty much a photo finish, though, with Dune Part 2 and Godzilla x Kong.
This movie might beat Dune, actually, because it's only Sunday. So when we get to tomorrow, we'll find out.
Dune got to a little over 700 million, while Godzilla x Kong got to a little...
Godzilla x Kong, yeah. Inside Out's doing really, really good. It's probably going to slow down now. But Inside Out's doing very well. Yeah. This is worldwide, guys, so worldwide. And we know Deadpool is going to beat at least these four: Twisters, Despicable Me, Godzilla vs. Kong, and Dune. We know that's going to happen.
100 million. So that's a pretty wide range there for Twisters potentially. This weekend, globally, it debuted with around 123.
Globally, yeah.
But with such strong audience scores, it should almost certainly be one of the biggest movies of the year. Top Gun Maverick did open a little bit bigger, but that got to $1 billion, a similar formula as I pointed out. And Oppenheimer did open the same, and that got close to $1 billion. So who knows what's going to happen with Twisters? It's too early to tell. This Deadpool and Wolverine, it's really just too close. They're too close together for both movies.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't hurt both of them. We were worried about what Barbenheimer, both
Deadpool.
Movies flourished. So
it's not going to hurt Deadpool.
They were very, very
Deadpool,
different. We'll see what happens here.
Deadpool.
Will Universal wait another almost 30 years to make a sequel to this film?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. How many tornado movies can you do? I mean, I don't think it has quite the longevity as other franchises, but I think this shows that there's still a lot of interest in the disaster movie. Roland Emmerich both brought it up and then drove it into the ground.
There's an interest in a good disaster movie. That's the difference.
But I think everybody's like, anyone can make a disaster movie, and it can do quite well. And again, as I said, everyone associated with this film will also do very well. As for the rest of the top 10, animation is still doing incredible business, with amazing holds yet again for Despicable Me 4 and Inside Out 2
This is
in their
animation?
third and
Oh, no.
sixth weekends, respectively. Inside Out 2 is currently the 14th highest grossing.
Thick, creamy,
Oh, my
chocolatey.
God.
The delicious taste of Cadbury Dairy Milk.
Grossing film of all time.
Okay, yeah. So it's probably gonna beat Frozen. Yeah, it's gonna pass Frozen. It's gonna pass Top Gun. It'll probably pass Furious 7. It might pass the Avengers. I think it'll definitely go in the top 10. But I don't think it's gonna go top 5. Though. I don't think it's gonna catch Avatar. I don't think it's gonna catch Avengers Endgame. I don't think it's gonna catch both Avatar. I don't think it's gonna catch 10. I don't think it's gonna catch 5. Top 5. Though. It's gonna go top 10 for sure. It's gonna pass. How is it get to 10? It's gonna pass top 10. Definitely this week. This week it's gonna pass top 10. I guarantee it. Let's continue on.
Time of any film of all time, and it's very close to. I love anxiety so much. I want only good things from my girl.
Anxiety.
And is very close to surpassing Frozen 2 to become the most successful animated film ever. In fact, it's so close and still doing so well that it will definitely pass Frozen 2. And that title, it's just a matter of time for Inside Out 2.
The thing is, I think Deadpool is gonna hit $1 billion, but if it was PG-13, I think it could get to at least top 8. Top 8, because I literally think if it was PG-13, I literally think this could get no way home numbers. Some way no way home numbers. But it's not PG. And I still think it would hit $1 billion, but I think it would do more if it was PG-13. I think the rated R is preventing it from being more successful than it's going to be. It's going to be successful, but I think it'd be more successful if it was PG-13. That's for Deadpool, though.
It's funny, I hated the first movie so much, but I actually really liked the second one. And how do you feel? And audiences still love horror as well, another very consistent genre, with Long Legs, despite its audience scores, not very strong, falling under 50% in its second weekend. That's fantastic. And it's fallen a little bit behind Smile, but it's still doing extremely well at the box office. Will Long Legs continue to offer counter-programming even against Deadpool and Wolverine? We'll see what happens. That's at least a little bit different. I think Twisters is very much the same kind of audience, but Long Legs could still, as I just said, continue.
No, one's a disaster movie, the other is a horror movie. The audience is different. Some will like horror movies, some will like not like horror movies. Like me, for example, if I had to prefer a choice, I would take Twisters over Long Legs because horror movies, I like some horror movies, but horror movies are not my thing. Like, I prefer action, comedy, adventure, even science over horror movies. Like I do like some horror stuff, don't get me wrong, but it's just not my preference. I like others. I watch other kind of movie genres over horror first.
To counter-program.
That's me though.
But like all the other Apple movies, Fly Me to the Moon is racing for digital/streaming, falling.
Yeah, Flight to the Moon's a bust. Despite having Scarlett Johansson in it, it's a bust. A flop. Not doing very well. That's not good. That's not good. Not good at all. Not good. Not good. Continue on.
65% in only its second weekend. In fact, speaking of Long Legs, Fly Me to the Moon has less than half of Long Legs' domestic total, even though they came out at the same time.
And that's with Scarlett Johansson. Well, Fly to the Moon hasn't been. Despite the cast, it hasn't been promoted. It hasn't been heavily promoted. Like it's a wash. they kind of like, yeah.
Maxine should also be hitting digital soon, as it suffered yet another huge drop in its third weekend. Just a disaster. But while Bad Boys is also about to hit digital for sure on Tuesday, it continues to have an incredible run. And it's actually very smart to hit digital right before Deadpool and Wolverine hits theaters. It's definitely going to lose its theaters, so this is the right timing. And then there's another hit, another film from India in the top 10, Bad News with the Z. I love it. At number 8. Will more talent from India start getting opportunities in Hollywood? Clearly, there's a big audience in North America. Heartthrob Ishan Khatter just turned heads in the trailer for Netflix's upcoming series, The Perfect Couple. Big all-star cast there. He's in the cast as well, so we might be seeing more of this. Bollywood fans, which of your stars do you think would be best suited to make the jump to Hollywood? Over on streaming, there's drama on the Nielsen charts.
Now we're getting to
drama.
Nielsen.
With the second week, it's...
Look how excited she is. Look how excited she is for drama. There's so much drama. She's getting wet. Look, she's getting wet, man. She's literally getting wet. We're the Nielsen chart. Oh, why? It's because, yeah. Wait. There's a very... Oh, yeah, that's because Acolyte's not on there, right? Is that it? Acolyte, right? All right, whatever. Oh, by the way, that's conducted between this June 17th and June 23rd. So, okay. Let's continue.
It's week 3 for The Acolyte, but it's week 2 of our June showdown.
Yeah.
Sure enough, with its first full week on Nielsen, remember the last week it was just the last day of Nielsen, the last few hours of the window. But here, House of the Dragon shot up to 4th place on the overall chart. And remember, this isn't even all of its viewership, as this is only Max, not including the HBO numbers. I think this is just North America, even though a lot of you pointed out that many people watch House of the Dragon on HBO overseas, where Max is not available. House of the Dragon is an acquired show, though, not an original show on Nielsen's charts. Also, I saw some chatter this was the best House of the Dragon had ever done, but this doesn't include Game of Thrones episodes, so it's kind of starting from scratch. I mean, it's good. I just, some of you are like, look how it's doing, Grace. This is solid. This is good, but it's not growing, and the only reason it's doing better on Nielsen's charts than the first season is because now it has all the first season episodes with it. So this is very good, but I can't catch the boys. Well. I mean, look at the boys. Boys is doing better than House of the Dragon. That's amazing. It held strong with its 4th episode, despite its more aggressive politics being a very bad surprise for some of its fans with its 3-episode debut the week before. With this and Fallout, Prime Video is having quite the year. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Now, for its first 2 weeks, The Acolyte couldn't make it onto the overall chart. But this week, it's not only still not on the overall chart, but it couldn't make the originals chart either. It's not on there. It's not on the originals chart. This is shocking.
So I've never seen Mirrors of Kingstown, and I know Bridgerton is obvious. It's obvious. Doing very well. But the Star Wars is coming soon. And I already said some stuff about Deadpool. I haven't said anything about Star Wars yet because she hasn't come up to... We haven't talked about Acolyte yet because I haven't got to that part yet. So I can't say anything. I can't say my point yet.
Shocking. My goodness. And look how low. This is 4 episodes, by the way. They're up to 4 episodes. And look how low the bottom of the originals chart is. 298. It didn't even do 298. This thing is just leaking and it's hemorrhaging viewers, I guess is what you would say. I mean, and this is only halfway through the season. I mean, it's just amazing. We've seen plenty of Marvel and Star Wars animation unable to crack the Nielsen top 10 originals. X-Men 97, The Bad Batch Season 3, Invincible Season 2. All great shows, by the way. But a live action show in this category? Again, shocking.
Okay.
The Acolyte Season 2 seems pretty much impossible with this information. But are there any characters you'd want to save? Kamir? I don't know. He had a rough last episode as well. Perhaps, though, to move forward with a different creative team. I'd take a look at what to do with Kamir, maybe. Maybe. But I don't know. This viewership is so low. I don't know how many people would even be interested.
Yeah.
We'll see maybe what happens after episode 5, but like, wow.
Is that it? Is there an update?
Over on the movies chart, hey, look, it's everyone we're talking about. Inside Out, the first one. Oppenheimer, now on Prime Video, which is why it did so well this week. Well, this is a month ago, actually.
For the Acolyte.
And then Hitman, in its 3rd week of release, and Moana continues to be a huge, consistent hit for Disney, which is why Moana 2 is now hitting theaters, and that live-action film is still happening. Over on Netflix's charts, Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F, and A Family Affair are both still at the top, but their numbers are going down. I wouldn't say either is doing poorly.
Yeah, Andor did not do much well on streaming either. My personal opinion is, I think the Nielsen ratings will drop for Acolyte once we get more updated ratings from Nielsen. But I still think they'll go with season 2. And season 2 really has to be good because I think season 2 is a foregone conclusion. And season 2 has to be really, really good. I'm optimistic there's gonna be season 2, but I'm not optimistic that there's gonna be season 3. Yeah, and they already confirmed another sequel for Beverly Hills. So I'm optimistic there's gonna be a season 2, despite what people think, despite how poorly it finished. There's a lot of shows that people that are claiming that people loved that tend to have a very poor opening season, and in the next few seasons makes the show a hit. It's quite possible with Acolyte, quite possible, and it's quite possible it can't. But I do think we're gonna get season 2. It's just they're not. I don't think they're gonna get another creative team. I think you're stuck with the creative team you have now. Sorry, Grace. You may not like it, but I don't think it's changing. The writing team, the showrunner, the head of for Acolyte. If they do officially do a season 2, now I have to say officially because it's not confirmed. I just think I don't have any sources on it. Nothing like that. All right.
But neither's doing amazing either. I'd say they're both respectable hits. Also, The Long Game has hit Netflix and did pretty good. I actually checked it out, in fact, when it hit Netflix. And it's a solid, inspiring sports flick. Like many before it, but also, like many before it, very entertaining. With particularly nice performances from its cast. So if you're looking for something to watch, here's something else I would recommend. To stream at no extra cost. As for shows, Supercell, #1 again. Impressive. There might be something here.
Never heard of it.
While otherwise, Netflix dropped 4 new shows this past week, which they've all seemed to eat into each other a little bit.
Yeah,
none of them did that great.
Episodes
the final season of Vikings Valhalla did the best of the bunch. But there are no huge hits here. Nothing here is huge. The first half of Cobra Kai's last season just dropped. So next week, we'll see if that maybe wakes up Netflix's TV charts a bit. This is pretty sleepy.
It's final season.
Pretty sleepy.
It's the final season.
Over on iTunes, will you look at that? Redemption for Kevin Costner. Horizon, #1.
Good.
Or good. Vindication. That's how the meme goes. Andre Braugher from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And that's with part 2's theatrical release being delayed indefinitely. Did Warner Brothers and Kevin Costner maybe make the right call? I still don't think they did. But anyway, how long will it take to build up an audience for this franchise so that they do feel comfortable releasing part 2? Like, how long is it going to take, man? And will it still be in theaters, or will this now be a digital franchise? I don't care. I mean, I would feel bad if number 2 didn't. I think it's a solid film. And I think, Kevin Costner, he was really put through the ringer with everybody declaring that his franchise was DOA. Well, maybe not. So I would like to see, as I said, some vindication for Costner, because I like the first film, and I'm actually excited about the second. Again, who knows when I'll get to see it or where. Have you watched Horizon? Are you one of the people who checked it out on digital? Nope. If so, what did you think? Nope. It hasn't even hit Max yet for no extra cost. The top 10 is, though, still mostly recent releases, as we've been seeing, with still many moviegoers happy to wait a few weeks for Hollywood's latest, because these days it's just a few weeks. And of course, as you can see, people are continuing to check out the original Twister. Yeah. Although, from what I've seen, it actually benefits you with the new film not to have seen the original. A lot of the people I see going crazy over the new film did not see or don't remember the original film. For those of us who recently checked it out, we're like, it's not as good. As for this coming week,
Mr. Christie always wondered when was the perfect time to enjoy a cookie. Turns out it was any.
There we go.
It's finally here, Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's see this thing, and let's see how it does. Oh, I'm excited.
Let's see what she said.
And also,
here we go with Deadpool.
Comic-Con, no less. That's craziness. Marvel is hosting a celebratory panel for Deadpool and Wolverine on Friday night in Hall H.
Yeah.
And then both the big MCU and DC panels will be on Saturday night in Hall H, back to back, late.
Whoa.
The Marvel panel, for instance.
What time's the DC panel?
Eastern Standard Time. Are you staying up late? I'll be staying up. Although a lot of you will get that news in the morning. So weird. All right. So anyway, is anyone not seeing Deadpool?
Tell me this.
Many of you said, what about your global fans? All right. Is anyone not seeing Deadpool and Wolverine this coming weekend? Maybe they don't.
I'm kidding. I am seeing it.
Maybe that's what it is. But this movie has to just top 132.4 million. The first Deadpool's opening, by the way, to become the highest opening ever for an R-rated movie.
And it's going to do it.
To easily be able to top that.
Yeah, easily. Agreed.
Last prediction was around 160, with some people getting a little bit too excited and trying to say maybe it'll open with 200, but maybe it will. Let's see. But again, it just has to be 132. On digital, again, Bad Boys 4 hits Tuesday. While with streaming movies, we've got a Cirque du Soleil documentary on Prime Video Thursday. And as for series, Apple TV has Time Bandits, the series, starting Wednesday. Why so little dropping otherwise? Is it just because of Deadpool and Wolverine and Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's also the Olympics. What? It's crazy. Talk about a tornado, a perfect storm. This is huge. So the Olympics, the opening ceremony, also on Friday. It's not even on Wednesday or Thursday. Airing live.
The opening ceremony is always on a Friday, Grace. Always on a Friday. Always on a Friday, you whatever. Okay? It's always on a Friday, the opening ceremonies. Okay? It's always been on a Friday. Winter or summer, it's always been on a Friday. And then the events start the next day. Oh my God.
At noon Eastern Standard Time, and then repeating again in prime time on NBC. Peacock is also doing a highlight show with Kevin Hart and Kenan Thompson.
Oh yeah, good for them.
And in fact, Deadpool and Wolverine will lose one IMAX showing on Friday, as people will be able to buy tickets to see the open.
I don't think it's gonna hurt Deadpool that much. Don't worry about it, Grace. Don't worry about it. First of all, it's in Paris. It's in Paris. So the opening ceremonies in the States will be, I don't know, 3-4 o'clock? 3-4 o'clock our time, Eastern time. So America doesn't have to worry about, I don't think Disney has to worry about that. Okay? Paris is 5 hours ahead of us, 5 or 6 hours ahead of us. Don't worry, Grace. It's not gonna be a bit of a worry. Don't worry.
Opening ceremony there as well. And even Deadpool and Wolverine can't fight the Olympics. Are you going to see are you watching the opening ceremony, and will you maybe check it out on IMAX? And that's this week's Movie Man. What have you been watching? What do you plan to watch? What do you think of Twisted Success? And do you think it'll get blown away by Deadpool and Wolverine? Or do we have maybe ourselves a new Barbenheimer?
That's it. That's it. Okay, I gotta. All right, so she didn't really say much about Star Wars, the Acolyte. She just put it in her title. The Acolyte is gonna have a massive drop, but she didn't have anything to back it up. I agree it's gonna have a massive drop. We'll find out later on, probably in the next week or two, maybe a few weeks. It's gonna have a massive drop. But there's nothing, she's proven nothing to back that up right now. Doesn't mean she won't gather evidence, but that she will, and then next time she does math, when she has the reports, Nielsen ratings. But I do think there's gonna be a drop off for the Acolyte. Twisters, I don't know about being a billion. I don't know if it's gonna pick up steam like some other movies, like Oppenheimer. I don't believe so. Deadpool is definitely gonna be the highest rated R opening, I think, for a movie. Deadpool, its first over weekend, domestically, internationally, in total globally, for sure. So, Inside Out, Inside Out 2, I do think it'll be in the top 10 by the end of next week. In terms of highest box office revenue hits, money. I do think it's gonna eventually get there. I don't think it's gonna get top 5, but I do think it's gonna be top 8. And this ready the highest animated movie. Okay. I think she's one about Glam Pow because there are actors. It doesn't matter. A-list actors and actresses do streaming shows all the time now. It's not like it once was. They do shows now, episodic. You see it all the time. I gave you all the examples earlier in the stream, and as I gotta say about that, and I got nothing else to say right now. We'll do until later on this week. When it's a DC panel, I'm just checking when the DC panel is. Okay. I'm not sure if it's a true DC panel. We just know Marvel's gonna have a panel from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Pacific time. The pink ones could be in Hall H though. Right before Marvel Studios. Okay, for an hour. So yeah, all right. So Penguin did Marvel Studios has their panels right after each other. All right, do this again. See.